Hello everyone and Merry Christmas! The Tesla 2025 holiday update is upon us, and that means our lives are filled with holiday cheer. So if you don't know, the Tesla holiday updates are big update packages that are usually really feature rich and include a bunch of new additions and the toy box and some little extra stuff, but there's always some functionality stuff in there that's really cool too. So we're going to go over everything that is inside of the 2025 Tesla holiday update. So this is a post on X. I'll share the link in the description so you can go and view it for yourself, but here's what's coming. First up is Grok with navigation commands beta. Grok can now add and edit navigation destinations, becoming your personal guide. This is so cool. I've been so excited about Grok being integrated kind of more into the brain of the actual FSD stuff. So now apparently you'll be able to say, Grok, take me, I want to try a new Mexican restaurant today. Take me somewhere. And Grok will be able to add that place to your routing and change your navigation, which is really cool. We didn't have anything like that before. Here's a video that shows how it works. We can watch that real quick.
Hey Grok, I want to go on a tour of San Francisco. Can you take me to the Ferry Building, Pier 39, and Golden Gate Park?
Heading to the Ferry Building first, then Pier 39 and Golden Gate Park. Should take about an hour total with traffic.
Cool, thanks.
That's awesome.
You're welcome. Enjoy the SF tour.
So what we saw in that video is that the dude was able to say, I want to go to 3 places, and Grok was able to add all 3 of those to his navigation in his Tesla. So cool. I've wanted this forever. Even with the built-in voice commands for navigation, they were really limited, and I would always want to say, you know, take me to destination A, take me to destination B, and take me to destination C. And the car could not do that. So what that meant is that I had to go in and either type in on the screen, or I had to use those clunky navigation like voice commands, and it just kind of took forever. So this is a very welcome addition. I can't believe that this is coming as quickly as it is. That's really cool. Next up, we got Tesla photo booth. Turn your car into a photo booth, take selfies from inside your Tesla, and give yourself a makeover with fun filters, stickers, and emojis. Share with others right from the Tesla app. Go to Toy Box and then photo booth. That's pretty cool. I mean, I think I'll probably use that once. What I really like in here though is the way that it says share with others right from the Tesla app, which tells me that it's going to be really easy to pull the pictures from the app. I don't think there's like any kind of sharing functionality inside of the app. I think what it's saying is you'll be able to view all of your photo booth pictures in the app and download them to your mobile device, and then you can take them from your phone and put them on, you know, Instagram or X or wherever. Next up, we've got dog mode live activity. When dog mode is active, you'll now see a live activity on your iPhone. Specifically says iPhone, not iPhone, Android, or not on your phone. You'll see a live activity on your iPhone. I guess maybe Androids don't have any kind of live activity. Maybe that's not a thing there. Featuring periodic snapshots of your vehicle's cabin, along with live updates on temperature, battery, and climate conditions. That's cool. That's a cool feature. I haven't used dog mode yet because my dog is kind of a menace and I'm afraid that she would eat the seats or like tear something up. So I've never used dog mode, but I would love to. What I use dog mode for right now is if I get out of the car and I go into like a gas station or convenience store to get a drink or something, and my wife stays in the car, rather than turning on keep mode, I will almost always turn on dog mode just because it's kind of funny. Next up, we've got Dashcam viewer updates. This, I think, of these things that are in the holiday update, this is the big one, to be honest with you. And you might not be excited about this at all, but here's why this is good. It says Dashcam clips now include additional details, such as the speed that you were traveling, steering wheel angle, and maybe most importantly, the self-driving state. So what's so cool about the self-driving state being in there is this will now kind of help people sift out the Tesla crashes into parked vehicle videos and stuff that are online and that are on the news. And, you know, there are a lot of people who kind of want to frame every accident that involves a Tesla as something that happened because of a self-driving malfunction. And the suspicion is that those accidents are not really caused while on self-driving. They're just human negligence and people are just making a mistake. So I'm kind of excited to see self-driving state being something mentioned specifically on the Dashcam viewer update. I think that's probably the biggest one in this list, even if it doesn't mean that much to you specifically. Next up, we've got Santa mode. Santa mode was already a thing, but it looks like they've added some new stuff. It says Santa mode now adds festive snowmen, trees, a lock chime, and snow effects for a 3D visual treat. And there's a little picture. I've kind of got it zoomed in a little bit too much, but yeah, it's got a snowman, it's got some reindeer. It looks, to me, it looks a little better. Like maybe the sleigh is a little bit less angular and a little more rounded, maybe a little higher resolution than before or something, which is good. When I've used Santa mode in the past, I've always thought like, yeah, it's cool, but it's kind of dated. Like I think it's several years old at this point. So it's nice that that's getting an update. Next up, we've got light show update. Light show update, I think there is more hidden in this than we realize as soon as we read it. The first time I read it, I just basically got, oh, okay, there's a new light show. But then I see play instantly or schedule it up to 10 minutes in advance, either on a single vehicle or synced with your friends. I think you could sync with your friends before, but I don't really know. I don't know anybody else that has a Tesla, so I haven't been able to try that. You can also control interior lighting, add display color effects, and create longer custom shows. I'm really interested to see, what does that mean? Like, what are the tools that we have to create custom shows? There was a light show update recently that put some of that functionality in the schedule button inside of the Tesla app on our phones. And this seems like it's maybe a logical progression of that. So we're getting a little bit more functionality, which is really, really cool. Next is custom wraps and license plates. This one, I'm not super excited about. I like to leave my car looking exactly like it looks in real life. But there are some really cool designs out there and custom wraps and stuff. And I'm sure some people would like the car on the screen to more closely resemble their car in real life. It says personalize your Tesla avatar with window tints. That's pretty cool. I've got tinted windows. Custom wraps and license plates. Use one of many preloaded designs or create and upload your own using a USB flash drive to make your vehicle unique. Toy Box Paint Shop is where you find that. Next, we've got navigation improvements. Navigation improvements is a pretty big deal. I don't know if there's anything that's like contextual, you know, between the lines here, but here's what the description says. It says, reorder your navigation favorites and set home or work by dropping a pin anywhere on the map. You can also view suggested destinations based on your recent trips and your habits while parked. So what I'm interested in here specifically when I see dropping a pin anywhere on the map is I wonder if this is a step toward being able to like use an assigned parking spot. Another frustration for me is that I have a really long, I have maybe a 400-foot driveway, and at the end of the driveway, it's not completely obvious where my charger is. So it would be really nice to be able to drop a pin on the map and show my car exactly where I expect it to park at the end of the day. And the same goes for my office. I would really like to be able to tell the car, hey, here's where I like to park every single day, so I don't have to take over and back into my personal spot. You know, it'll just go straight there. Really cool, though. I'm really excited to try that one out. Next up, we've got the Supercharger site map. You can now see a 3D view of select Tesla superchargers by tapping View Sitemap. When navigating to a pilot location, the site layout and live occupancy, either available, occupied, or down, will be displayed upon arrival. This is really, really neat. I'm curious what the scope is and how quickly they'll roll out this supercharger sitemap thing to everywhere. In the picture here, we see Palo Alto, California, which, I mean, California is kind of like the haven for this kind of stuff, like the techie, close to home stuff, right? But I'm curious if this will eventually roll out to more Tesla supercharger sites. Like in Texas, where I am, we have Buc-ee's everywhere. And at Buc-ee's, there are huge, I mean, there's 40 stalls at some of these locations. And I would really like to see a sitemap like this when I'm traveling and be able to choose which spot I want, or look and see which ones are out or which ones are taken already. That is a really, really cool feature, and it cannot roll out fast enough. That's awesome. Okay, next up, we've got automatic HOV lanes routing. I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I'm trying not to scroll down too far. I'm spoiling. Okay, automatic HOV lanes routing says navigation now includes an option to use high occupancy vehicle carpool lanes. Your route will automatically select the carpool lane when eligible based on time, location, passenger count, and road restrictions. So we had used HOV lanes before as an option. But when I read this, something that really stands out to me is your route will automatically select the carpool lane when eligible based on passenger count. That makes me think that it's going to use the cabin monitoring system somehow, or maybe the seat pressure system that tells it which seats are occupied. And it's going to say, okay, there are 2 people in the car, so we can use the HOV lane. That is a big upgrade over what it is now, which is basically just an on-off toggle. Right now, if you have use HOV lane checked, even if you're just one person in the car, your car is going to navigate into the HOV lane occasionally. So, cool change if it's using the cabin monitoring system or the seat occupancy somehow to make sure that you qualify for the HOV lane first. Next up, we've got the phone left behind chime. I didn't even read this the first time. I was just scrolling through the holiday update. I was so excited. It says your vehicle will chime a few seconds after the doors close if a phone key is inside the cabin or a phone is left on the wireless charger and no occupants are detected. Phone key detection requires UWB ultra-wideband supported devices. Controls, locks, phone left behind chime. That is a really cool update. I'll tell you why. If you're in a family where, say, me and my wife, we have 2 phones, obviously. Both of those phones are set up as keys. If I get out of the car, it's always obvious to me to take my phone. But my wife sometimes would leave her phone in the car, and, she would just get it when she came back. And when I first got a Tesla and set the key up on her phone, I realized, I need to tell her, don't leave your phone in the car, because then the car is stealable. So I like the phone left behind chime. I don't know how often I'll use it, but it's another cool security thing that I'm going to enjoy. Next up, we've got charge limit per location. You can now save a charge limit for your current location while parked, and it will be applied automatically the next time you charge there. That's under controls and charging. Cool. This one is really off the wall here. This is the SpaceX ISS docking simulator. Become an astronaut and prove your skills by docking with the International Space Station. Control and guide the rocket in this 3D docking simulator game using a set of controls based on actual interfaces used by NASA astronauts. Go to Arcade, then SpaceX ISS docking simulator. I'm interested to know what the development of this game looked like. Did this start out as a simulator that was built at SpaceX for just internal use or for training or internships or what? Like, was this something that was pre-existing that was ported over to Tesla Arcade, or is this something that was created in a collaboration between SpaceX and Tesla specifically for Tesla Arcade? I don't know. It's really cool though. I'm excited about that. Anything new added to Tesla Arcade is a welcome addition because there is not enough stuff in there. I need a Steam app, I need Xbox Game Pass, I need PlayStation Remote Play, I need all kinds of stuff added to Tesla Arcade, frankly. Next up, we've got the other improvements. So we can enable or disable wireless phone charging pads and controls, charging or controls, outlets and mods in Cybertruck. So a lot of people have wanted that for a long time. In my case, I don't use the wireless phone chargers because they kind of are just phone heaters. They don't work all that well. They're real slow charging. So I have one of those mag back chargers that's like mounted to the screen. I don't think I have any reason to disable the charging pad though, so I probably won't do that. But it's nice. Any option they give us is kind of a welcome addition. Next up is add Spotify tracks to your queue right from the search screen and scroll through large Spotify playlists, albums, podcasts, audiobooks, and your library seamlessly without paging. The only complaint I have about that one is that it says Spotify and not Apple Music, which is what I use. If that were an Apple Music update, I would be so freaking excited. But because it's a Spotify update, I have no feelings about it at all. I do not use Spotify. I don't plan to change. All of my stuff's on Apple Music. I really, really, really wish that said Apple Music in place of Spotify everywhere in it. But if you use Spotify, congratulations. That sounds like a huge, great change. Next up, take the vibes up another level with rainbow colors during Rave Cave. Accent colors will change along with the beats of your music. App launcher, toy box, light sync. That's cool. Rave Cave is where your lights will get like really bright and really flashy when you're parked. So if you're parked and you're listening to music and you're enjoying some scenery or whatever, you can turn on Rave Cave and it will turn your car into a club basically. Like, it's so bright and pulsating and exciting. Lastly, lock sound now includes the light cycle sound from Tron mode under Toy Box, Boombox, and Lock Sound. That's cool. The lock sound from Tron mode is kind of cool, to be honest with you. It's different, and you might not want to be in Tron mode all the time, so it's cool being able to activate that without having to be in Tron mode all the time. And then finally, it says feature availability is subject to vehicle hardware and region, and Merry Christmas. So I'm really excited about the Tesla Holiday Update 2025. I hope you are. Let me know which of these features you're most excited about down in the comments below. If you care about them, if you don't care at all, or if there's something in here that was missing that you really, really wish had been here, like Apple Music improvements, Banish. I really wish Banish was there, which is where the car will go park for you when you get out and go into a grocery store. You can just pull up to the front door and the car will go park. But I personally think that's a little bit further off. I think it might be next year's holiday update before we get that. But let me know. I'm sure there's other stuff that I don't know about or haven't thought about, and you can tell me what I'm missing. All right. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.